Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we get together to discuss Jamaican football. Everybody doing okay? Hope you all are doing well as we get into this video in particular. Looking forward to seeing, hearing about everybody, and looking forward to the discussion that we have today as well. So, looking forward to all of that. You all know the protocols on this platform: like, share, comment, subscribe, as we get into the title of this video, and that is exactly what we're going to touch on at this point in time. Great to see persons in the comments as well. Big up Sai, Thursday Live, chorus says up. So I'm going to go straight to this video in particular that we're going to discuss right now, okay? So that everybody is aware of what we're doing. But first, as I said, a reminder to everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, and also use the super chat feature, super stickers, membership to stay more in tune with the channel and everything that is related here. All right, good. So now that we have that sorted, we can go right into this video. Now, there's a saying in life that says that nothing happens before its time. There's a saying like that, which basically means that you're working towards a goal, you're working towards your purpose, you're working towards achieving what you want to set out, and it's a process that of course takes time. You assiduously work towards it, and eventually you get there. You get exactly where you need to be, exactly where you want to be, which is fantastic. And that is essentially the reason why I've titled this video in particular, Let Damion Lowe Inspire You. And I'm going to explain why I've said that and the reasoning for it. So today, it's Thursday, January 9, 2025. Yeah, it feels quite peculiar to say the calendar year 2025. But in different corners of the globe, like for example, in the United Arab Emirates, they're 9 hours ahead of Jamaica. So already it is Friday morning in the United Arab Emirates and parts of Asia as well. You go over to Japan and people will be starting their day quite soon. You go to New Zealand right now and it's already time for kids to go to school in New Zealand and start the workday for Friday morning. So that just goes to show everything. And the country of Caribash, which is 19 hours ahead of Jamaica, they're now starting to make their plans for the weekend. So that spans a lot of time zones that you can factor into this aspect of things. So let Damion Lowe inspire you. What am I referring to here? Well, as everybody's aware, Damion Lowe was born in 1993 in Jamaica. He is a footballer that, as you know, has made strides, especially coming off the island. Schoolboy football, was also attached to Harborview for a time as well, and of course plied his trade when he left Jamaica, played for the Hartford Hawks in college. And this of course is the University of Hartford. This would have been 2011 to around 2013. And of course he was born in 1993. I always said that, you know, the under-17 World Cup that we qualified for in 2011, the participants in that tournament are for players that were born after January 1, 1994. And I'm confident that, you know, if it was a different date of birth that could be participating within the qualifiers itself, I know that Damion Lowe would be there. So if it was January 1, 1993, Damion Lowe would definitely be there. And you think about the defenders that were part of that under-17 squad at the World Cup: Alvis Powell, O'Shane Jenkins, Quante Abertil-Smith, Zelano Barnes as well. So that just goes to show the different personnel that were part of that squad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now we can go right in. Let Damion Lowe inspire you. Where am I going for? I made mention about Andre Blake a number of times, that Andre Blake was called up to the Reggae Boys squad from far back as 2010. And in 2010, that was a friendly match against Costa Rica, September 2010, where Ryan Johnson scored and Jamaica won 1-0. But do you know when exactly was Andre Blake's debut? Andre Blake's debut for Jamaica didn't come until March 2014. So Andre Blake essentially waited 4 years for his debut for Jamaica. And we see what the last decade has been like, not only in Jamaican colours, but club-wise as well, where he has proven to be an asset, an outstanding force for Jamaica. And it just goes to show the impact that he's had, winning 4 medals as well for Jamaica. You think about 2 Gold Cup silver medals, a Nations League bronze medal, and of course a Caribbean Cup gold medal as well. So 4 medals for Jamaica. And now we go over to Damion Lowe, and let me basically touch on that as well. Damion Lowe, as I said, was born 1993. So his debut for Jamaica itself came in 2016. Yes, he represented Jamaica at the under-20 level and even scored, you could say, on his competitive debut for Jamaica at the under-20 level, as he scored against Puerto Rico in that 4-1 victory in the CONCACAF under-20 championship, which took place in Mexico. Jamaica got to the quarterfinals of that tournament. So, again, the title, Let Damion Lowe Inspire You. Where am I going with all of this? So Damion Lowe, as I said, was born in 1993. So what does that mean? It means that his debut for Jamaica came when he was 23 years old. That was his debut when he was 23 years old. Played against Guyana in the Gold Cup qualification. Jamaica winning by 4-2. Difficult start, as you know, we're trailing Guyana 2-0, but coming out and winning 4-2. And of course, with that result, it set up the match against Suriname, so by winning that, it secured Gold Cup qualification, and in addition to that, to book our ticket to the semi-finals of the Caribbean Cup, and eventually Damion Lowe winning his first medal for Jamaica at the senior level, which was a silver medal in the Caribbean Cup in 2017. So Damion Lowe has won 3 medals for Jamaica: the silver medal in the Caribbean Cup, silver medal in the Gold Cup, bronze medal in the 2024 CONCACAF Nations League. So again, the title, Let Damion Lowe Inspire You. Where am I coming from now? So today, January 9, 2025, Damion Lowe was on the same pitch as arguably the greatest footballer to ever kick a football, that being Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, a Jamaican international took the field today against one of the greatest football players ever. I'm willing to go as far as to say that he is the greatest of all time. The GOAT. Cristiano Ronaldo. Damion Lowe was on the same pitch as him. Played 90 minutes. Strutted his stuff against the best player in the world in the Saudi Pro League, as Al Nassr took on Al Dakhud today in the Saudi Pro League. So Damion Lowe has played against both Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. How many Jamaican internationals can say that they've played against Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo? Not everybody. Adrian Mariappa has done so. Adrian Mariappa played against Cristiano Ronaldo when Adrian Mariappa was at Watford, and of course when Cristiano Ronaldo was at Manchester United. And of course, Adrian Mariappa has played against Messi twice, Copa America 2015, and also against Argentina in a friendly match in 2022 at the BMO Field in New Jersey, Red Bull Arena, Harrison, New Jersey. So I'm just thinking right now, how many Jamaican internationals have played against Messi and Ronaldo? And the truth is, not many. I'm honestly thinking extremely hard so that you understand exactly with all of these things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm actually jogging my brain right now, so you know, but Adrian Mariappa has played against both, right? You think about the Gold Cup in 2015, right? The Gold Cup, sorry, the Copa America. The Copa America in 2015, I can tell you the Jamaicans that took the field that day in particular, so that you are fully aware with everything. And if you look at that day at the Estadio Sausalito in Viña del Mar, Chile, the Jamaican field that took the field: Dwayne Miller, Adrian Mariappa, Michael Hector, Wes Morgan, Kemar Lawrence, Rudolph Austin, Javon Watson, Gareth McCleary, Joby McAnuff, Lance Lang, Deshaun Brown. The substitutes that came onto the field of play: Jermaine Taylor, Simon Dawkins, and Giles Barnes. So all of these persons that you see here, they were on the same pitch as Lionel Messi back in that Copa America in 2015. And I'm thinking about Cristiano Ronaldo, the Jamaican internationals that he would have come up against in the Premier League. Now, of course, he would have come up against Mikel Antonio as well. So Mikel Antonio, of course, he played in that friendly in 2022 as well. So you think about Adrian Mariappa, you think about Mikel Antonio, of course, Damion Lowe. Very, very few have said that they've played against Messi and Ronaldo. So that in itself is massive, huge. And then you think about that friendly international against Argentina in 2022. You remember the Jamaican starting 11 that day? Well, you had Andre Blake in goal. You had Amari Bell at the left back. Javane Brown at right back. You had Maps and Nana at centre back. You had Daniel Johnson. You had Ravel. You have Bobby and Leon. And you also have Shamar and Antonio. So when you put all of that together, Bobby Reid, Damion Lowe, Antonio, Aja Mariappa. 4 Jamaican internationals that have actually gone on and played against the greatest. 2 of the greatest football players of all time, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. So again, congratulations to Damion Lowe. I know it's just a match, and I know the result today did not go their way, but this is a feather in the cap that has to be highlighted. This is the feather in the cap that has to be appreciated in the career that Damion Lowe has. I know there's still more to come as well. As I said, 3 medals already for Jamaica, and this is somebody as well that has already played in Major League Soccer, Inter Miami and Philadelphia Union, somebody that has also played in Europe as well at IK Start in Norway, somebody as well that has also played in Egypt, Al Ittihad, right now presently playing his trade in Saudi Arabia. So this is a footballer that has played in Europe, Middle East, North America, and a footballer that has won medals for Jamaica. And you'd have to say the next step from here would be, okay, 3 medals for Jamaica. The next step is to play at a World Cup. That is basically the only thing left to tick off, you could say, for his career. An outstanding servant for Jamaica. And there certainly is more to come. So we use this moment to acknowledge, so to let Damion Lowe inspire you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't achieve something. Because today, one of our own went toe-to-toe in the same pitch, in the same environment, in the same stadium as the greatest footballer to ever kick a football. So Damion Lowe can do it, you can do it as well. You as Jamaicans are capable of anything in this world. Damion Lowe has always been a reliable for Jamaica. You think about his debut to 2016 until now, he hasn't missed a camp for Jamaica. Just think about it, really. Gold Cup 2017, played. Gold Cup 2019, he was there. Gold Cup 2021, Gold Cup 2023, Copa America. So 4 Gold Cups and a Copa America he's played for Jamaica. The Caribbean Cup in 2017, get into the final, of course, he was part of that as well. So Damion Lowe has been part of every camp. Non-stop. Not many come close to that to say that they've been part of every camp. A reliable force, a reliable player that has always demonstrated that high level of patriotism, support for Jamaica. In recent times, only the Copa America and the 2 World Cup qualifiers Andre Blake missed. Apart from that, Joey Latibodiere, since his debut for Jamaica in 2023, official debut I should say, the only games that he missed were the 2 World Cup qualifiers. Apart from that, Joey Latibodiere has been part of every camp for Jamaica since. So all of that should be embraced and encouraged and spoken about. Damion Lowe played today against arguably the greatest player of all time. A Jamaican international, a leader, one of our own, against Cristiano Ronaldo. It was honestly really good watching the game, and I had to be simultaneous with it. I'll explain why. Because also at the same time we had the under-17 Reggae Boys also taking the field today. The under-17 Reggae Boys that took on Metropolitan in the quarterfinals of the Torneo del Sol. And essentially, basically what happened was that the match ended 2-1 for Metropolitan, but you have to say these 4 matches were an outstanding tool for the under-17s in terms of preparation for the under-17 qualifiers in Guatemala, which comes in February. So these 4 matches important for the under-17 team, and I feel like it was ample preparation. And heading into the qualifiers now, we know we're 3 victories away. 3 wins away from qualifying for the World Cup. St. Lucia, the Cayman Islands, and El Salvador, those are the only teams that stand in Jamaica's way for Qatar. Yeah, the World Cup will be in Qatar. And as I said in previous videos, and I encourage you to check it out as well, it's a 48-team World Cup, which means that you're going to see 8 teams from CONCACAF qualify for the under-17 FIFA World Cup. So we're eagerly looking forward to that and can't wait for what comes. All right, so that everybody is aware about that. So it's good. It is really good, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the qualifiers itself. So Yeah, great to see Damion Lowe playing today. So again, follow the title, says Let Damion Lowe Inspire You, coming up today against one of the greatest football players of all time, taking the field today, getting minutes in Saudi Arabia. So that in itself is very good. So we're pleased, happy about it, and it's going to be very, very exciting. So I hope everybody understands that, gets the drift, gets the point, and we can be able to look forward to. You know, every time a Jamaican takes the field of play, we need to celebrate these wins. We need to celebrate these accomplishments. We need to highlight these feathers. It's very important. It's very, very important, and that is something that I'm committed to doing. You know, as Jamaicans, we know that in the world there are perhaps 10 million Jamaicans in the world, and there are 8 billion people on the planet, and there's only 10 million of us for now. But you get the point that I'm making, that as Jamaicans, we need to be looking out for each other. We need to be highlighting each other, showing what each person is doing. And it's just fantastic. You think about it, really, what Jamaicans have done. Corey Burke winning the Eastern Conference at the New York Red Bulls. I've spoken time and time again about what other Jamaicans have been doing in different leagues across the globe. And it is imperative to highlight these things that Jamaicans have been able to accomplish. So we want to rally behind them to continue to give them the support that we need, so that the next time that they're taking the field for Jamaica, they feel that love, they feel that support. And especially those that are in the diaspora as well, you can think and say to yourself, okay, I might not be at the next home game because of circumstances. It could be work related, could be family related, but you know that you have a role to play. You know that you have family members on the island, and you know that you can pick up the phone or send a text message to a family member and say, look, I'm going to get you 2 tickets to the next home game. And that in itself, you're showing your support and getting tickets to your family members that live on the island, so that they can be at the national stadium, for an example. When Jamaica takes the field, they can be there in showing the support. So that in itself is extremely, extremely important. So don't forget that at all. Again, let Damion Lowe inspire you. Let Damion Lowe inspire you. Let him do that. Because that's exactly what he has done. He's been an outstanding servant for Jamaica. And that's not something that's going to change. He'll continue to show that same level of enthusiasm, zeal, focus. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I'm saying, you know? So yeah. All right, let's go through some of the comments. Royal Man Security 33 Good Son says, Happy New Year, Simon. All the best to you, sir, for the new year. Wishing you good health, happiness, success. Hoping you and the family are doing okay. How are things? Yep, let me know how you're doing. IT Push says, Medea. CR7 is the GOAT. I agree. You think about what he has gone on to accomplish in the game and what he's going to do in his 40s. Yeah, you have to say. Yeah, he is the greatest of all time. But you know who is the greatest goal scorer of all time? The greatest goal scorer of all time. There's two people that I would say is the greatest goal scorer of all time. And many people might say, who? But there's a reason to it. The first player is Dixie Dean. So I want you to take the time and do some research on Dixie Dean. Dixie Dean scored 60 goals in 28 games in one season for Everton Football Club. If you look at what Dixie Dean did as a footballer, he is one of the greatest goal scorer of all time. Tommy Taylor, I'm also tempted to say as well, if there wasn't the Air Mutiny disaster, Tommy Taylor would be spoken about in the same breath today as George Best, the same as Dennis Law, the same as R9. Absolutely. Tommy Taylor is the best finisher in football in the world in the 1950s. Tommy Taylor, the best finisher in the world. William Ralph Dean played an important role for Everton Football Club in terms of what he did for them as well. So a lot of credit to him. George Best, of course, the impact that he had in 8 years at Manchester United, sensational, phenomenal. The impact that he had. But Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Andy said you watched Lowe today. He played well. Yeah, he did. And did you see when he had to break up a bit of argy-bargy between a teammate and Cristiano Ronaldo? It's like he was saying to Cristiano Ronaldo, relax, relax. You know what I'm saying? Just looked very assured, calm, controlled in proceedings. Yes, Al Nassr won the game. But you have to say that how Damion played, he deserved to be rubbing shoulders with the best football player ever. Of all, arguably. Cora says that is something to cherish. Absolutely, it is. It is, for sure. Float Management says, bless up, Simon. Happy New Year. How are you doing, man? All the best to you for 2025. Wishing you good health, happiness, and success. What's new with you? Tell me how you are doing. Yeah, man, tell me how you're doing, what is new. Yeah, man, looking forward to seeing, hearing what you have to say. But yeah, it's good. Most things under control from my end. So yeah, it's good. It is very, 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 very good to process. Andy Bailey says, big up Damon, respect and thanks. Yeah. Where did I watch football in the 90s? I wasn't born in the 1950s. I was born in the 1990s. CR7 has proven himself in every league he plays. EPL, Serie A, La Liga, Saudi Pro, Euros, World Cup, etc. Well, it shows the impact that he has, hasn't it? Shamar Gordon says, up, Mr. P, up. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Richard Green says, Happy New Year, Simon, and everyone in the chat. Yeah, all the best to everybody for the new year. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, man, thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. So, yeah. Yeah, like even in the 1950s, it was spoken about in many books, even by Pele, that said that Duncan Edwards in the 50s was the hardest player that he played against. And there are even books written that Duncan Edwards was the best football player in the world at that time. I go as far as and say Tommy Taylor was the best finisher in the 1950s. And when you're a goal scorer, it's about the data. And if you're playing 180 matches and you're scoring 178 goals, then that basically says. That's what I would say. Well, I'm not a sports anchor, BAM Sports TV. I'm not a sports anchor. I was at Television Jamaica from 2017 to 2022, so I'm not a sports anchor. Yeah, so it's amazing how the new year has started, and it's been, and we're all 10 days into the new year, and it just feels like the year started recently, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Time flies, well, it's just hard to believe how quickly the time has gone by. And as you quint, you end up in the 30s. Yeah. The 90s people will understand what I mean. But yeah, you get the drift. But yeah, Brian, I answered this question already when I was on BAM Sports TV not too long ago. That what I'm doing right now is what I love. And there's no greater feeling in the world than being than representing your country. So that is what I love. Winning a medal for your country as well, that's like the tip of the iceberg as well. Being able to win a medal for your country at a tournament that we've gone our furthest in our history. So all of that is phenomenal. The Canada result, as you know, at BMO Field was emotional. The defeating of Panama for the first time since 2019. That was special last year as well. Back-to-back wins to kickstart World Cup qualifying. We have not done that since the 2010 World Cup qualifying cycle when we defeated Bahamas and Bahamas. That's the last time we won 2 in a row. The last time we won 3 World Cup qualifiers in a row was the 2002 World Cup qualifying cycle. That's the last time we won 3 World Cup qualifiers in a row. And 4 in a row as well. It was the same cycle as well. So, yeah. As I've always said, 8 matches from the World Cup, all hands on deck. So everybody knows their responsibilities, what they need to do. I've made that abundantly clear to everybody as well. So it's good. It's exciting, riveting. So, which is very good. Richard Green says he missed the Damion Lowe story. What's up? Well, Richard Green, the penalty for tuning in late, 28 minutes late to a live. You have to pay the fine and put a super chat in the chat for tuning this video live. All right? Yeah, Damion Lowe, he played against Al Nassr today. Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr, so it's grateful to see Damion come up against the greatest football player in the world. So let that inspire all Jamaicans that you're capable, you are able to rub shoulders with the best on the planet, and you are capable, you are worthy, you are important, you are special. So let that stay with you always. IT Push says Simon the Jeff AI. Thank you very much. I am so social says friendlies to come, Simon. So as I'm sure everybody would have been aware, in the last press conference, the president of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Michael Ricketts, highlighted that the federation is in dialogue to work on some friendlies for Jamaica's senior men's national team in the month of February. So we await further confirmation in relation to that information. So we're just going to have to be patient and wait until that information is available for public dispensation. So at this point in time, we just have to wait and be patient, and then we will know the scenarios and the situations in due course. So that is something for all of us to be mindful and aware about, So yeah. So it's good. That's true, Chorus. That is 100% true. Over 1,000 goals on camera. Yeah, that's special. And this year, February 5 this year, he turns 40 years old. Wow, he turns 40 years old this year. That is just like, wow. Turns 40 years old this year. Yeah. Maybe he's gonna play until his oldest son, becomes a professional, play a couple of games with his son, and then calls it a day. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. We'll wait and see how everything unfolds. But it wouldn't surprise me if that is what pans out. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that is eventually what takes place. It's a good look, though. So Ty says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How you doing, Ty? All is well? Yeah, man. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Imran, I saw something interesting recently. I saw that the West Indies is going to host the 2033 ICC Champions Trophy and also the 2038 T20 World Cup alongside Canada and the United States. ICC hasn't reported it as yet, but I'm interested to see what other tournaments will be hosted in the Caribbean in the foreseeable future. But what I understand is that when Australia comes to the Caribbean, specifically Jamaica, there's going to be a day-night test. And with a day-night test, that's going to start 5 or 6 p.m. Jamaica time, which allows the Australian audience an opportunity to tune in, as it will be 8 or 9 in the morning Aussie time. So that is ideal from that aspect of things. So that day-night test, it's going to be quite compelling to start a test in the afternoon. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Day-night test matches. Pink ball. I'm looking forward to it. Tice is all as well. Yeah. It's going to be in June. Imran was saying it's going to be in June. The Jamaica Cricket Association President Donovan Bennett said it's going to be in June. So the Indian government is going to send a scoreboard to Jamaica so that it can be arranged. Okay. IT Push, it was an undisclosed fee. It was a 1-year contract that Damion Lowe signed, and it's an undisclosed fee. Okay. 1 + 1 basically. The only thing that the Saudi club reported was its estimated transfer value, which is roughly €1 million. So it's a 1 + 1 basically. It's a 1-year contract with the opportunity to extend it a further year. Yep, Darren Sammy will be full-time coach later. I'm not saying it's going to be pink ball, Imran. I'm just saying pink ball cricket is an interesting concept compared to the red ball. South Africa, Australia. South Africa. I like South Africa too, to win that. For sure, South Africa would be good. Yeah, good game, Really good game. Father Bling says, blessings, Sir Simon in the chat. Blessings. How you doing, man? All is well? Yeah, man, hope you're doing good, man. How's everything? Yeah, man, let me know how you do. All is well? Our test team will have to go to India in October. Yeah, and Imran, we have to... For me, you have to focus on priorities, right? And for me, we're going to be at the 2026 T20 World Cup. For me, the priority should be, how do we qualify for the 2027 50 over World Cup? Because missing out in 2023 was embarrassing. So it's about how do we qualify for the 2027 Cricket World Cup? Absolutely, we can beat Pakistan. If you see what we did in Australia down under, then we have the ability to beat any team in front of us. So you could say that Pakistan and West Indies are the clash of the two enigmas in international cricket, because basically the two teams, West Indies and Pakistan, have the ability to beat any team in the world. It's about the consistency, you could say. So that in itself is something that persons will factor in, will consider, So that is what I'll say. where this area is concerned. Yeah. And everybody's familiar with the calendar for this year, right? We know the under 17 girls, under 17 boys will be in action quite soon in relation to CONCACAF qualifiers. So when you factor in the year as a whole, it is an exciting calendar year ahead. Genuinely, it's a time to be excited about and get behind the country about. That's what I'd say. Deshaun Johnson says anything on JPL. Well, Brian Brown is the Golden Boot is topping the Golden Boot chart right now. 10 goals. Brian Brown, Rossi's High School, went to play overseas at the Philadelphia Union in Major League Soccer. He also played Champions League football in Albania. Brian Brown also is an individual that's at Mobile now, yes. Represented Jamaica at the Gold Cup in 2019. He started against Honduras, which of course is the first ever Gold Cup game that Jamaica has played on home soil. So when you factor those things, Brian Brown at 32, he's been a great servant in football. And we'll see. We'll see, as Coach McLaren highlighted, he wants to have domestic camps early this calendar year. So when those domestic camps are together, let's see what it will look like. But Brian Brown has been leading that race. And of course, everybody is waiting to see if Lionel Messi is coming to Jamaica. So as everybody's aware, Inter Miami is going to face Kansas City in February in the first round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So if Inter Miami goes and beats Kansas City on aggregate, it means that it'll be Cavalier against Inter Miami come March. March 6 in Miami, March 13 at the National Stadium in Kingston. So at least we know from this standpoint the dates for us to be aware about. And I know for a fact if it is Inter Miami against Cavalier, oh my, Jamaica's going to have to shut down that Thursday. So you can imagine what it's going to be on that day in particular. Pandemonium. Absolute pandemonium on that day. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, It just goes to show what it can do, what can happen. Father Blink says, just checking in, been a bit busy, all is well. Thanks for asking, General. Yeah, man, no respect, Father Blink. Yeah, man, big up. Will Wonder says, bless, bro. Bless. How you doing, Will? Everything good? All the best to you, man. Yes, IT Push, that is correct. He got a yellow card in the first half of the game. Yes, that is true. He did get a yellow card in the game. How many Jamaicans do you have in the Saudi Arabia League? So there's Damion Lowe and there's Demarai Gray. There was Andre Gray, but Andre Gray, he went to England and Plymouth Argyle, and now Andre Gray is a free agent. So I have Demarai Gray and Damion Lowe. Right. Yeah. So from that standpoint, there you go. Damion Lowe, Andre Blake. So yeah. Corresponding with which player you're referring to dominates every league he goes to. Which player are you referring to? Yes, folks. You're talking about Ronaldo. Yeah. EPL Serie A La Liga Saudi. Okay. I guess you're talking about the Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Got it. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please do hit the like button. Please do hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button as well. For Rugged Boys Commentary for more content. Looking forward to hearing more from everybody. Can't wait for the discussions that we'll have in the days, weeks ahead. Again, we want to say well done to the National Under-17 boys team that went to the quarterfinals of the Torneo del Sol. Fantastic quarterfinal run. Great preparation ahead of the qualifiers in less than a month from now. So it really prepared us well. I'm sure a short break back in camp, and then off we go to Guatemala for the qualifiers. All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Please do hit the like, share, subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. Use the super chat feature to show your love and support to the platform, and also memberships as well, so that you can also stay in fine tune with everybody. All right, thank you all so much. All right, take care.